Okay, today we are discussing subroutines. This is a program where we have defined a variable vMatner, which will be type material number, vSpras for language, vMattex, that is material description. vMatner is defined, initialized as 100-100 and language is E. Now perform over here when we write, okay, perform get MacText. Okay, double click, exit this, write a new program. It's 38. Okay, perform get MacText, double click. It says to create an object. Yes, create that object and save this program as well. Select your subroutine, continue, and it will create, auto create the form block. This is the subroutine. It can be accessed globally. Okay. And if we talk about accessing it globally, of course, then we can make it universal. How we can make it universal? Let's do that. Using, now what is using basically? Using v underscore Matner, changing v underscore MacText. Now I'll explain what this is all about. Okay. And we can also add vMatner v underscore spras. Now this vMatner is referencing vMatner over here and vSpras is referencing over here. Now this is your subroutine block. Over here we can write our logic. Okay. Using and changing other syntax means that we will be passing values based on vMatner and we'll change the value of vMacText. Once the subroutine is triggered, the syntax we write at perform level is purely for documentation purposes, but the order that we write in light, vMatner, vSpras, vMacText, we have to take care of that. Other than that, of course, you can remove changing and vMacText, but we'll see how it actually goes ahead. It doesn't influence parameters, how parameters are passed. Okay. Now, in sorry, what we'll do is this. Using vMatner, vSpras, changing vMacText, and this will influence this form block. Okay, how it will influence, let's see that. Parameters are form level. At form level, this is the form level, the form block. PVMatner, PVSpras, PVMacText will just write that. Okay, and it will be using P underscore vMatner, P underscore vSpras, changing vMacText. Now, this is the parallel of this. Now, parameters at this level, at form level, are called formal parameters, and these are actual parameters or action parameters. These ones and these ones. Okay. Check, activate. Debugger at this point, and we will go for data processing. Now over here, okay, vMatner, double click, vSpros, double click, vMacTex, double click. Okay, because using these values will change vMacTex, which is description. Okay, and PVMatner, Matner, E underscore V underscore Spras, V underscore V. Okay, invalid variable. It says invalid, but we'll press F5 and it actually is pointing to this one, vMatner. So the point is that we have a parallel. We're passing parameters, we're passing values, and we're changing the description at this memory uh, location. This is the original, and this is the copy of that location. I hope you're getting the point. Even if you don't get it, don't worry. Okay. Now, return. Select single Mac text, which is description from MAKT into P underscore V Mac text, where Matner equals P underscore V Matner and Spras equals P underscore V underscore Spras. Okay. Now activate. Vmatner, Vspras, Vmatrix, Vmatner 5, Spras, and matrix. Okay. 100 because this is a material number which is not available in the system. That's why it's not bringing up the material description. That's why this is empty. Okay. Okay. And if I change vMatner to 100, so this also changes. Okay. And if I change this to 99, this also changes. So this is original vMatner memory location. This is a copy of that. Because we are referencing, we are basically okay. We are referencing from this block to this block, although this is the original memory location. This is the original memory location. And this is the copy of that because we are fetching the parameters to perform some logic over here and then get back to the main program. Because this is a subroutine, sub object or sub program. Okay. Okay. Now select single Mac text from MAKT into P_V Mac text, where matner equals P_V matner and spras equals P_V_ spras and P_V_spras equals D. Okay. I hope you get the point. Now we'll just remove this one, changing, activate. We're not changing any parameters now. Now we'll run the debugger, activate, direct processing. Okay. VMatner, vSpras, vMactex. Okay. F5, PVMatner, PVMactex, Matner, underscore vSpras, underscore text. Okay. Now, since we are not changing, this is also changing. So, although the syntax over here says changing, but it is not a transparent copy over here, but still this is referencing to the original memory locations. I hope you get the point. Even if you don't understand, it's not a problem because we are just actually starting with subroutines. Okay. And we want a subroutine where we input material number and it pulls the description. Then we can pass this subroutine any program to pull material description. So we are actually making a subroutine that will pull material description in any program that we write. So we can actually reference subroutine in any program. So this is a global. This will be a global subroutine. Okay. Global subroutine. Once subroutine is processed, values of vMactex will change using vMatner. Now this is by reference. Parameters are passed to a subroutine. There are three ways: by reference, by value, and result. Okay. By reference, what do we mean by reference? We are using vMatner, vSpras as a reference to change value of vMactex. Okay. We'll change this to changing. Okay. So we're using parameters of these both to change PVMactex and pull PVMactex. Okay. Syntax used is for documentation purposes. At what level? At form level. Sorry, perform level. Okay. Perform get mactex using vMatner and vSpras using vMactex. Okay, we've done that. Perform syntax is documentational. Okay, parameters used or perform syntax are called action or actual parameters. Actual parameters are over here. Okay, and number of parameters at form level should be same as at perform level. These should be the same. If I remove any of this, for example, PV's process is gone, activate. It says activate number of parameters form perform. Routine get matrix number of formal parameters, 2 number of actual parameters, 3. Actual and formal parameters are not matching. Activate, edit. Okay, so it actually wants a parallel mirror copy. Plus, okay. Now, parameters are called formal parameters. Actual and formal parameters should be same. And let's add another statement over here. Select single matrix from MAKT into P underscore V underscore matrix where matner equals P underscore V matner and spras equals P underscore V spras. So action parameters as set pass parameters to formal parameters, which is the top one, this one, this one. Okay. Like V matter will pass to PV, V spras to PV spras, and in that order syntax. And we will have a debugger over here, activate. Okay, we have data processing. Okay, F5. It has run, and the debugger is over here. Now we will have dmatner, dspras, dbmatrix. Okay. 600. So it changes over here as well. Okay. Vspras is equal to E. Vspras is equal to E. Okay. And we will add PVspras is D. So syntax at form level actually decide how parameters are passed. PV underscore spras is equal to E. Okay. And activate. Direct processing. Wagner, Vspras, Vmatrix, F5, PV Wagner, Vspras, Vmatrix, F5, F5. Now it is D, and it is also changing Vspras as well, because it is changing the memory. It is referencing to the original memory locations. Now, 3 ways parameters are passed: by value, and result, by reference. We've already seen the reference working. Okay. Now, next is using value of vMattner and changing values PV-SPRAS PVMatrix. Select single PV-SPRAS D. Okay. Here PVMatrix is passed using value, while PV-SPRAS and matrix are getting parameters by reference, because this is only changing due to value of PV Mattner. Okay. I hope you're getting the point. It's not rocket science, but it's simple. You just have to actually follow it. That's it. Direct processing. Okay. F5, PV Mattner, SPRAS, matrix. F5, F5. It is changing again. Okay. And if I change 900, now it is not changing. Why? Because now we are passing parameters using value, and values basically, when these are changing this point, basically this is a new memory location, because of we are referencing with value. Values are already given and we are changing at the memory level. So it is not actually tampering with the original data record. Okay, so that's how you can actually protect your data, your original data in subroutines. Okay, so it is basically a copy of the original passed by reference. We've already seen that. Okay, so let's stop over here for today and we'll continue from here.